what we're trying to do here is keep agriculture and forestry the #1 industry. It's key to have these kind of discussions because they have a better understanding, these department heads, these commissioners, on what we need and what really our priorities are. I mean, I think we can strike a balance between urbanization and farming and forestry, but it's going to be difficult. I mean, how do you do that? You do that by the stakeholders coming together and at least talking about it.
Over the last 5 years, we've lost 174,000 acres across the state. Of course, it's going to vary by your region and by county, but for us, as identifying that number and then also showing that it's on average 0.22% being lost every year, which is the equivalent of just over 34,000. The question moving forward is, does the trend hold? Do we start slowing down? Does it pick up? And for us now, moving forward, as we collect more and more data, that's one thing we want to understand better. It's, okay, if it's picking up or slowing down, where in the region is it happening? How many acres are we losing in those areas? And relatively speaking, there are some counties that have increased in total acres in terms of production, but those are few and far between. So majority of our issue is that counties are losing farm acres, and that's what we need to have a better handle on and have a better understanding of.
The reason I'm here today is really to talk about what we can do about cybersecurity. It's important to know that you do not need to be an expert in cyber technology or have a degree in computer science to take basic steps to protect your network, right? And I'm talking about passwords, changes, two-factor authentication, keeping your system up to date, having a backup plan if your system does go down. Our agriculture is the envy of the world, let's put it that way. That also makes it a target for those that would want to steal our efficiency, our technology, or just set us back, right? And so protecting our agriculture is just as critical as protecting, say, our healthcare or our transportation networks or our communication networks. Different states have a different emphasis on agriculture depending, on what's going on in that state. Tennessee is an ag state. It is, ag is one of the top, as I've said before, has one of the top economic impacts of the state. We are known for our agriculture successes, and it's important to me that we protect that.
My background is small business and entrepreneurship, and I look at our farming community, our rural communities, businesses, whether it's a farmer or just an agriculture business or a small business in our rural parts of our state, as businesses. Just like an entrepreneur, it's a business to me, and it doesn't matter how big the business in terms of employees. The things that we can do to support them is going to all drive economic development and lift the state up. So, these relationships that we have are critical to the work we do. And I had mentioned this earlier when I was talking with Commissioner Hatcher and even Commissioner Ezell on the tourism side. We have opportunities to look for ways to collaborate, which we haven't really done in the past. We've done some, but we have opportunities to do more. And that's what's exciting to me. And that's part of the reason why I'm here, is just to convey that message to this audience.
Agriculture is paramount to everything we do in Tennessee. And we got to be able to get our products, we got to be able to get our people from point A to point B to create that economic impact that agriculture is throughout the state. So transportation is absolutely essential in that process, and we're going to make sure we continue to do that. But allow those people who are in the urban areas and are passing through Tennessee to help to pay for those investments, and then allow us to free up many of those dollars that we would have had to invest there to be able to invest in our rural areas in Tennessee.
I think it's important that we're here because we are the future of agriculture. Whether it be the political side of agriculture, the economical side of agriculture, or the actual farmers working in the farms. Everybody here that is a younger person is looking for a job opportunity in the ag industry. So I think it's important for us to know those issues, the current issues that are happening, so that when we step up to find our future careers, we know what issues we're facing and how to better handle them.
I wanted to come to the Ag Industry Partner because my chapter is doing an Ag Issues project on the loss of farmland, and Jeff Aiken was talking about it, so I thought that would be a good source to get more information to help with our project. I plan on going back into the ag industry, and I have a passion for it. Growing up, my dad was in the military, so we moved around a lot, but I went to stuff like this with my aunt, and my granddad raises a beef cattle operation out in Hartsville, so I've kind of grown up around it and have a strong passion for it, and so I feel meeting leaders in the industry and hearing them talk about our industry is very important.
There's a lot of folks in this room that we may not have the ability or the opportunity to talk to throughout the year. We might not even get access to them. So, and also there's a lot of people here that maybe we've not interacted with before, or that we didn't even really, for lack of a better term, didn't know that they were around and available for us. So the more people we can bring in and get outside our own echo chambers at times is a really, really good thing.
This being here is just a great opportunity just to keep up with what's kind of going on across the state with the different partners as a part of this network. So at Tennessee State University, our main focus is working with limited resource, underserved small farmers, and this lends us an opportunity to figure out what's going on and what will fit the different entities as relate to our small farm across the state of Tennessee. The impact that small farms make in the state of Tennessee as well as across the country. And I think, like I said, many times people just don't realize the impact or the footprint that we make on the food and fiber across this country.
To have the opportunity to represent dairy and work with Tennessee Farm Bureau and all the other partners in this state is invaluable. This is a partnership that you don't always get to see in a state. So to be able to hear all the other challenges, opportunities, and maybe things that we can do together to improve the profitability of our farm families here in the state, and that's what it's all about.